Boom, 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 boom. Hey, what's up, Rokani? What's up, man? How you doing, man? What's going on, man? Just set up my my stuff here. What's up, Drew Brees fan? All right, so get everything done here. All right. So what's up, peeps? Get ready to get this game. Let's see what we got going on here. Playing the Titans this week. All right. I don't need training. It takes too long to do all that crap. But what's going on, peeps, is we got the Titans and the, I'm going to go to my uniforms. I'm going to wear something different here. See, no, I want that one. No, I want the color one. No, I don't want that. Yeah, I do that one. I like that one. I'm ready now. All right. What's up, peeps? Everybody's doing well today. Tonight, I should say. Do I still like Drew Brees? Well, why don't I like Drew Brees? All right, let's get ready to go on here. No, I don't have a
Camaro drive-in.
Yeah, I don't have a PS Plus, or you want to call it. Yeah, I don't have that, so no, I can't play it.
Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Drew Brees and the Saints heading out here to take over. Brees coming off another incredible season in 2018, set the all-time record for completion percentage in a single season, 74.4%. In fact, we can go ahead and just call that the Drew Brees category. He holds 4 of the top 5 best seasons percentage-wise in NFL history. This is Alvin Camaro, made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. The numbers there for Camaro from a week ago. 18 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
Now Brees finding Camaro, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
He led the NFL in receptions last year with 125, and for wide receiver Michael Thomas, not a surprise. That's what he expects out of himself each and every season. Finishing the top 10 in receiving yards each of his first 3 years in the league. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler. First-time, first-team All-Pro in 2018, and he has tremendous hands, great moves downfield, and really, truly believes in himself. Check out his social media handle, Can't Guard Mike.
Watch the run.
Off the play fake to Camaro, it's Brees. Looking long for Thomas.
Nice
he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about.
It's caught inside the 25.
There you
A
go,
big
Thomas.
play. Brees finding Thomas. 55 yards.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keith Kirkwood, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, able to avoid. Now a hit and a loose football.
Get the ball.
That's it, baby.
So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback now from Texas A&M, Ryan Tannehill.
Just 2 weeks left in the regular season, so not many opportunities left. But I've got to tell you, I think he's had an MVP type of a season, and I just hope that everyone who votes doesn't go to sleep and already have their ballots cast.
I think there are a couple others in the national media who feel that way too. You and I have been discussing this race since the calendar hit December, as have many other, but I think it's going to take 8 big quarters for him to truly have consideration. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now?
Let's go. Let's do this.
At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And the final 2 weeks, just like a formality pretty much, they're going to be the #1 seed, but there is the matter of that perfect record, 14-0 right now. How might that change how they approach these next 2 games?
And I think what it does is it forces you to come together as a team and as an organization and say, okay, what are we really trying to accomplish here? And what's the best way to reach those goals? For some teams, the best way is to stay focused, stay locked in, go for a perfect season, and then take that open week to rest and heal up before the playoffs begin. For others, okay, we've got it locked in. Let's start to tamp it down a little bit. Get these guys rested and ready to go. All depends on your organization. I think most players would tell you, let's go for the perfect 16-0.
Yeah, I think the fan base, they would usually say that as well, wouldn't they?
They certainly would. The hard part, though, is if you get beat along the way, we should have rested the guy.
Exactly.
You know how it works.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Following the penalty, it's Camaro. Muscles by at the 25. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Breeze here finding Camaro. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Camaro with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Watch the screen. Watch
On second down now, it's Henry, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop. From the 38, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check 24, check 24. Let's go.
A first down carry for Henry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Get it.
Derrick Henry. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 43.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Tannehill. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. A.J. Klein able to get him for a loss of about 3.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw, Tannehill. He's got Lewis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
What's up, Kate? How you doing, man?
Job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense and Alvin Camaro heading back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Block there, man. Oh, Walford.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34
Missed the
here.
block there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. So that flag will cost him 15.
Here we go.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Breeze able to find the veteran Ginn. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017. Just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Hard to believe, but the regular season starting to draw to a close. We've got the final Sunday
I'm
night
playing
game
all
of the year
Madden.
coming up later tonight. Matt Nagy and the Bears hosting
Rookie,
his mentor,
nah.
Andy
I'm playing
Reid, of the
rookie,
Kansas
like-
City Chiefs. That'll be a good
I'm
one
playing
from
all
Frigid
Madden.
Soldier Field. And then tomorrow night, the final Monday night game of the year, Packers and Vikings
Rookie. He
from
plays on rookie.
Minneapolis.
Man, that's
The
like
tackle
2
by
even.
Janoris Jenkins. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go, Heavy.
Tannehill.
Give me some.
It's caught. Humphreys. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go, baby.
And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't even played yet because I haven't put him in yet. I'm going to put him in right now. Put Murray in. Give him some yards. I like Murray.
So far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. From the 22, Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Latavius
All right, man. Have a good night.
Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Tannehill in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Tannehill now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4. On the return, Harris. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to pour it on. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Texans who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium, and they have the lead over the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to halftime. Sam Darnold with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jaguars at 6-7 with a slim chance at the postseason. They need 3 wins and a little bit of help to get there. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results. Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
4 down, 4 down.
They try again with Lewis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. That's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. The draw play here, Lewis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Dion Lewis touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 30. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And he incorporated that into his route running.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Camaro. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Here's Breeze looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus of our players' spotlight. He's playing. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Now Tannehill. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there are certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Again, it's Camaro. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Yeah, you don't want none.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
Ready?
Here's Tannehill. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans.
Here comes the boom.
Delaney Walker, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight.
They go with Murray again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
13 yards.
Hey, what's up, John Blog? What's going on, man?
And a first down.
How you doing, man? Nice to see you. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Wide.
To throw is Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm doing good, man.
Rankins
Thank you for asking.
has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive
Came up
line.
a minute
It
and wanted to
appears
play some
almost like
Madden.
they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Tannehill. It's caught by Davis.
Damn.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores.
I guess YouTube didn't give notifications
to win this ball game.
It's been kind of quiet.
Here's Tannehill. Now a desperation throw. It's caught at the 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now back to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And they got into the end zone. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Okay. Yeah, well.
Again, it's Murray.
That's how to come on for a few minutes.
Inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. This is Murray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly
I am excited for basketball,
here,
baseball.
We're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, hopefully we can.
We've got control of this thing.
Hopefully they come back.
Let's go.
Looks like they are, unless something drastic changes. But it looks like basketball will be coming back. Baseball, so that's good. Give us something to watch, for sure.
On first down, Murray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Yeah, I'm excited to call sports too, actually. Can't wait.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done.
It looks like we are going to get sports.
So. Coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage.
Yeah, I'm in
the
the season.
To regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire...
This is a franchise game. Ooh-wee. All right, man. I think I'm gonna go relax, but hopefully, what's this here? Who's Ethan Greenridge? I don't know who this is. No idea who this guy is here. I will see. Yeah, defensive coordinator, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, go to the next week. Yeah, all right. Yeah, man. I'll be on. I might be online tomorrow, so we'll see. But yeah, make sure you have the bell, my bell run everything. But yeah, I might be on tomorrow. But I will see you next time.